The King Von case has officially been reopened in the Atlanta court system after shocking new evidence came to light, evidence that's leaving fans and investigators deeply concerned. According to the newly revealed files, police were informed that King Von was actually revived after being pronounced dead. Reports say he survived 2 critical surgeries, but tragically passed away later when a nurse accidentally startled him in his hospital room.
And Von made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago, he made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said where his gun at, and he went and he died because he went into shock. So he was making 2 surgeries. How hours later, Kayla know, talking about some, he fought the nurse. She the one told me that. His mama didn't even know that. How you knowing what's going on inside the hospital that quick?
Because she was there at the hospital.
But here's where things get strange. Authorities mentioned Von was searching for a firearm that he never actually possessed. This new piece of evidence only surfaced today. So the big question is, how did Boosie already know 2 years ago that Von didn't have a weapon that night? Fans are calling this a major red flag.
Like you said, the King Von situation, like there was absolutely no reason for Von to be rolling around with that dude. Like, there was no, especially since he had security, like, you know, someone should have jumped in. It should never even.
King Von
I almost feel like, but I almost feel like if you have real security,
all of them is post black. I feel like they would have been more ready in Chicago.
Sad, man, sad. I mean, the whole King Von thing is really kind of hanging
me up,
over
bro.
everyone right now.
That me up, bro. Cause I like King Von. You know?
More layers of information are now coming out surrounding Von's passing, and it's starting to look like there's way more to this case than anyone ever expected. In a recent interview, Vonnie's father spoke with DJ Academics and claimed that his own son, Vonnie, played a role in King Von's death. Even more shocking, he alleged that Lil Durk knew about it and that the entire thing might have been a setup.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? This was the exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right in there.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? Yeah. I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that, another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before he.
Academics then questioned why Durk would ever want King Von gone. But when you realize the two still had an active court case pending against each other, things start to make sense. That ongoing case could be been a motive. Some believe Durk wanted it all to disappear, and once Von was gone, that's exactly what happened. The case quietly ended in a private settlement soon after.
Why would Durk want Von?
All right, man. Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their chief spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
dude was
thing.
A slack. Dude was a. He was signing the boys. He was a. Von wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that, which was interesting.
I mean, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He had a public defender."
Not long after, a tweet went viral claiming, "Now that it's leaked Durk had Von handled, it makes me wonder why Durk always goes live right after someone close to him dies." The post pointed out how Durk jumped on Instagram live the minute Von, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck passed away, making fans suspect he was using social media as an alibi. Meanwhile, Vonnie's father was furious that his son had turned federal. He claimed Vonnie not only worked with authorities but also orchestrated both Lil Pab's and King Von's deaths.
Oh no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, oh, that's what you meant by trenches of paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages. Like, that's...
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
Cause that was the focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and with me saying Von, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell on some words on Von?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Von name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Von. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated Lil you orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
Vonnie's father comes from an environment where snitching has consequences, and in his mind, if someone tells, you tell back. Even Durk's sister-in-law backed up these claims, calling Vonnie a rat and a snitch. Police reports also suggest that Von could have been betrayed from within, because despite having paid bodyguards to protect him, when the situation turned violent, they were nowhere to be found. They ran from the scene, leaving Von exposed.
His security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect. How the f you let him walk over and fight? You ain't supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard, if anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here, the reason everybody in this parking lot here, because this man right here making the money and y'all his entourage. But that security guard, it's something fishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I definitely feel like it's some weird shit going on.
Police body cam footage supports this. It shows several of Von's friends on the scene but not a single bodyguard in sight. No one assigned to protect him was there when it mattered most.
Yo, you sit over here. You sit over here. Yo, you better watch out. Hey, brother. This is my brother, okay? Hey, come on, chill. You come with me, okay? Okay. You, get out the car. Out the car.
He's shot.
Okay.
Calm down, he's shot.
Okay. Get out the car. I gotta go to the hospital, my leg. Yeah, we gonna get you to the hospital.
To really understand what happened, we need to go back to the police report that details the night of the tragedy. On November 5, 2020, King Von and his team were preparing to celebrate the release of his new album with a big night out in Atlanta. What was supposed to be a night of joy and achievement turned into one of the darkest moments in hip-hop history. Coming from the streets of O Block, Von knew the risks that came with fame. That's why he always surrounded himself with security, about 20 to 25 people that night. Even his manager confirmed that Von was extremely cautious about his safety.
I travel with one security that moves with Von, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Von traveled in a proof truck, and not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Von more than any security would. We're like, I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on entourage.
But as the night went on, everything began to change. Von's energy shifted drastically. Something felt off. Just hours earlier, he had been smiling, celebrating his success, surrounded by friends. By 2:30 a.m. the party wrapped up, and everyone planned to head back to their Airbnb to rest. But Von had a different plan brewing in his mind.
Everybody's mind leaving the club is that we're going to the hotel and the Airbnb, because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours, wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of. His team didn't have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete Von decision.
While everyone else was heading to the Airbnb, Von told his driver to take him to another club called the Monaco Lounge, which was the first decision of many that led to his downfall.
Well, everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb, and Von literally went to the venue by himself. we got a call later from people in the car, like, hey bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ was like, hey bro, we here by ourselves. Like, where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that venue.
Instead of heading home, Von told his driver to take him to another spot, the Monaco Lounge. That one decision would set off a chain of events that led to his downfall.
For some reason, Von wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 30-35 minutes.
Oddly enough, no one in Von's car informed the rest of the crew about this sudden change in plans. They didn't find out until Von's vehicle had already arrived at Monaco. As soon as they heard, they made a quick U-turn and sped there too. Von's manager later said he noticed an unsettling change in Von's mood. It was like he wasn't himself anymore, quiet, distant, and agitated. For nearly 30 minutes, Von sat inside the truck, deep in thought, refusing to go inside.
I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Von. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Von, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. We're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Von's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside, make sure there's no...
After constant convincing from his manager, Von finally agreed to enter the club. Still cautious, he ordered his security team to check the venue first to make sure everything was clear. Safety always came first for him, or so everyone thought.
Now, right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, he came to the car and said, hey, so-and-so's here. And Von just jumped up like, oh, come on, let's go.
But the real danger wasn't inside, it was waiting outside. One of Von's crew members spotted Quando Rondo and his team parked in a white SUV right in the lot.
He jumped out the car. By the time Von jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling.
The moment Von heard Quando was there, something inside him snapped. He jumped out of his truck without hesitation. His team tried to calm him down, begging him to let it go, but he wasn't listening. Von stormed toward the white SUV and started throwing punches directly at Quando Rondo.
And was he trying to take Von's chain, or?
Honest truth, I don't think V-Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer, Von was actually holding onto him like, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you here, like, even through getting, he's that strong, like, he was literally holding him.
Seconds later, Quando's best friend, Lil Tim, emerged from behind the vehicle with a gun and fired multiple shots, hitting Von several times. Von's manager was also shot in the leg. Some of Von's crew members, who were armed, immediately fired back at Lil Tim. Within moments, chaos exploded. Two off-duty police officers nearby rushed over, but instead of controlling the situation, they added to the confusion. One of them even fatally shot a member of Von's team. Amid all this, Von and Quando lay on the ground. Witnesses claimed Quando tried to snatch Von's chain, but Von's manager insists that Von actually grabbed onto Quando, using him as a shield to survive the barrage of bullets.